He's, he's already introduced us to the broad outline of today's program, and he has also cautioned me that he has given me only 10 minutes to welcome all of you, because all of us are now very keen on listening to others rather than singing songs about how steel is and how beautiful this material is. So good morning, everybody, and respected speakers and distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a pleasure and my privilege to welcome all of you to this unique gathering which brings together key representatives from various industries, standard-setting bodies, multilateral organizations, and national authorities on a topic of common interest, that is, effective use of steel in today's world of construction. I'm pleased to be here amongst you in this one-day event, Steel Day 2015, organized by MX Business Media. If you take a quick look around you, you will agree that our industry has come a long way in the last few years as far as use of steel is concerned. Avneet has already shown us the recent examples of how steel has been used very frequently these days. I remember the early days when steel was not available. It was available only by applying, and we were granted, when we wanted 1,000 tons of steel, we were granted some 100 tons of steel after convincing the approving authorities that the steel was really necessary. And from those days, we have been looking at steel very, what shall I say, like gold. We were looking at steel because it was not possible for us to afford steel. I remember the days when we were doing ICICI building, where that was, I think, 30 years ago we were designing. The steel that we wanted was not simply available in the country, and we had to import it from Europe, the heavy sections for the column. And ICICI could afford it. And thereafter, there are recent examples like Sunshine Towers, where we could use square steel tubes. But again, square steel tubes, as we wanted and as the architects wanted, were simply not available here. And we had to import them partly from Europe, partly from Japan. So we have gone through all those phases, and now we have reached a stage where high-grade steel is available. Heavy sections are available. JSW is offering us wide range of sections, and we were very lucky that for a very prestigious client of ours, we are doing a building in Bangalore, ITC Green Center, where the architect wanted a very thin tie member. Although the forces were very high, we had to use only a round section, which JSW rolled out specifically for us. And I mean, we have gone through all these stages, and now sky is the limit. If we know what we want, if we can justify it in designs, and if we can justify its use, we can certainly have the material here. And JSW, I must say, were kind enough to roll it out, 180 millimeter solid bar, 12 meters in length, and a very small quantity, because the quantity was not large, but of a very high grade quality. So this is what we are now. We are very lucky. The way steel is being used today has certainly raised the bar to a greater extent, but of course we still have a long way to go in fully realizing the advantage of this unique material called steel. And that is precisely what we all are here for: to learn, to share, to educate, and to inspire all of us. So, Steel Day 2015, as my friend Avneet said, started as a dream. MX Business Media envisaged the dream of bringing together the entire industry and on a single platform, a stage that would mold and guide the future generations and enlighten minds, combine it with experience and guile for the proven stalwarts. I would like to express my gratitude and thanks to all the technocrats who attended the experts meet held in October, just a couple of months ago, and made it possible for this dream to come true. I still recall the achievement of the prolific panel of experts from various segments of construction industry. In the intense exchange of the structure of this event, we deliberated upon, and the skeleton of the final format of this event was sketched out. The accomplishment of the meet has indeed resulted in the successful endorsement of this event. In all probability, today is the beginning of the new chapter in awareness. We are all aware of the advantages of using structural steel. I don't have to say anything more because all of you here are very well versed with the advantages of steel construction. Steel is generally associated, as far as we are concerned, connected with building and construction industry. Steel is generally associated with heavy industrial structures, railway stations, stadias, and construction of tall buildings. Perhaps because of all the advantages it has, its higher strength to weight ratio, ease of prefabrication, inspection on ground before it gets placed in position, transport, erection, etc. However, such structures are few in number. What's happening? Is this some other presentation? Is the slide changing? No, fine. We need not. So such structures are few in number, and in my opinion, we need to restrict its application. We need not restrict its application to high-rise buildings only. It is equally suitable for large-scale production of low-rise buildings, which can also be technically and commercially viable. While the buildings, although I might like to give some examples, but I think time is running out, so I'll skip these examples and straight away go to, while tall buildings are unavoidable in a city like Mumbai because of the high land cost, the situation away from Mumbai in small towns is not so bad. Why are we then hesitating to examine this route? When I discuss this problem with my friends, I'm given a variety of reasons, but essentially it is felt that the entire supply chain is disjointed, from production of steel to ultimately it's getting installed in the right place. Different agencies are dealing with structural steel as and when the need arises. There is no continuity from start to finish. As a result, the time taken to complete the project appears to be long, and the cost benefits and other of this fine material are lost. In other words, all the benefits of using structural steel are not utilized fully. In our country, we have reached a stage where we are capable of producing sophisticated automobiles and heavy vehicles for transport at competitive prices. Why can't we then produce good quality residential buildings on a large scale? Because we are talking about housing as a big problem in the country. So why can't we think of using steel And one manufacturing facility can easily produce 10 different types of low-rise buildings of varying heights, designs, and specifications. These buildings can be arranged in different configurations, clusters, to meet the demands of different towns. They can be simply transported to the towns. All we need is a strong alliance between experienced project managers, consultants, town planners, architects, structural engineers, civil, as well as MEP consultants. This group must work together, and this group must be assisted by the steel producers, fabricators, transporters, erectors, and experienced civil contractors. It will be possible to produce detailed drawings, specifications, and cost estimates. It will come, if we all come together under one roof with sincere determination to work on a time-bound program, we will make a significant contribution to the nation. When I see such wonderful gathering today of experts who genuinely love steel, there is no doubt in my mind that this conference will be a great success. Over the course of the day, we have the opportunity and indeed the responsibility also to exchange our views on innovative use of steel in the modern day construction. I'm sure this seminar will be a worthwhile experience, and I hope we will all walk away from this seminar enriched with better understanding of this contemporary usage of steel. On behalf of the entire industry, you are most welcome to be a part of this gathering. I hope you enjoy the rest of the day's program, and I thank you for sharing this special event with all of us. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.